Hello and welcome to Build-a-Kek, the series where we invite players in the community to take on wacky deck building challenges every week. As always, we start with a theme randomly selected from a list of 100. Heading into week 6, we have a very basic theme this time around. It's called Protect the Castle. All you have to do is focus on bringing out a single powerful monster and protect it from your opponent through cards like Safe Zone. So we're just looking for the biggest, baddest boss monster to come out this week, and hopefully we'll have a true battle of these Goliaths. Without further ado, on to the games. Okay, so for the battle of the boss monsters, we're going to be having Tim versus Duncan. We're looking at it from Tim's side here. And let's just see what these guys are playing, what boss monsters they have oriented their decks around this week. So, on Tim's side, we have Where Art Thou, Mystic Piper's Safe Zone, Forbidden Dress, and Veiler. So it looks like a level 1 spam deck. So maybe his boss monster is going to be some kind of rank 1 thing, potentially. So Piper will get him that draw here. First he's going to go for the Where Art Thou. Guarantee he's getting an Eater of Millions. What was he saying? I was wanting to find something mad that made the rank 10 trade but didn't have the time. Okay. So I guess his boss monster is not going to be a rank 10, given that he's going for level 1s. No rank 1s that we've seen come out of the extra deck so far. I believe these should be banished face down, but that's fine. So it brings out the Eater of Millions. So Safe Zone and Dress here. And he's got some protection. On the other side, Allure of Darkness. Banishing that Heliotrope. This is Mandragora, which is like Cyber Dragon for Evil Swarms. And then he's gone into Utopia, so perhaps Utopia is his boss monster that we're going to see here. And then into Lightning as well. Safe Zone coming out, and then Eagle Booster on the opposing side to protect this Lightning, I guess. And then Lightning is going to attack into the Eater, which will do some damage, but it will stick around because of Safe Zone. And then, what do we see? Piper going into Battle Fader there, just picking up some more level 1s. And then Forbidden Dress 2, some extra protection. This Eater is going to be pretty difficult for Duncan to actually be able to out without a way to remove the Safe Zone from the field. But he does have an Infection, so he can rotate between his Castor and get something else out from his deck. And he's going to grab a Corycion. Then just setting on and passing. Tim just drawing into a stalemate here, so Duncan's switching out the Corycion again. Going back into the Castor, so just rotating around. Kind of in circles there. Tim's side, we've got this Eater, which is immune to pretty much everything, and it doesn't look like there's any way for Duncan to be able to get rid of this at the moment. But he does have a second Eater, which will make the first one stronger too, but it is going to be hit by a strike. So he's banishing all of the remainder of his extra deck. So he currently has... was it 16? Oh, he's gone for more. 17 banished, 18 banished, 18 banished. Yep. And then the strike gets rid of that. And obviously these ones should be face down because they were banished off the first one. Then there's a lance here to make this go down by 800. So this is only on 17 at the moment, whereas the Eater is on 1800. That is going to be enough to take out the Utopia of the Lightning. And then Tim can keep setting stuff. On the opposing side, Duncan's going to be bringing out Heliotrope off the Unexpected Die on 1950, keep in mind. And then out comes Castor, additional normal summon for the Corycion. And that gets him some extra resources if he wants to. He's just going to go for a Link Summon of Nightmare Phoenix here, discarding Ash. I believe he's targeting the Safe Zone, yep. But there is a Dress to protect the Eater, which would otherwise be destroyed by Safe Zone when it leaves the field. And there's another Safe Zone here for the Eater. It looks like Tim's just saying here, he looked up monsters which couldn't be tributed, because obviously in this kind of format where you expect a big boss monster to come out from your opponent, then Kaiju are going to be seriously strong for just dealing with that. So Eater can't be tributed, sorry. So your opponent can't Kaiju this, which is kind of a big deal. Duncan getting that Thunderbird and the Corycion. And then setting to and passing to Tim's big boy Eater of Millions here. Would be on 1900, but there is a Safe Zone live. So he can't attack directly. Desires here, boosting up the number of banished cards, which are face down for the Eater to make it even stronger. So it's currently on 28. On the opposing side, Heliotrope comes out. Infection can then turn that Heliotrope into a better card, so a Castor here. And then Tim's side, Terraforming. Gonna grab himself a second Gold Castle of Stromberg. I don't know if he's actually gonna use it for anything. And then he gets into Ledger of Legerdemain. So what does this do? You banish 3 face down from the top of your deck, so that makes Eater stronger. During your third standby phase after this card's activation, add all 3 cards to your hand. Okay, so it's a really, really slow Pot of Greed for 3. He has Wear Off Thou to grab himself a second Eater of Millions. He is going to have to summon that, but he didn't? Okay, so he should have taken 2,000 life points here for the Eater. Duncan's going to bring out the Allure. Look at his hand, currently on 6 cards from this. Tim just banishing everything to bring out a second Eater, which is going to get hit by a Judgment there. Judgment for a level 1 monster. Wow. That's a pretty impressive way to use half your life points. Legerdemain then adding 3 cards, so Gamma-Seal, Lance, Vela, and another Legerdemain in Tim's hand. Just setting the Lance there, and then on the opposing side, Duncan's just setting 1. Also, look at this, Tim's only got 2 cards left in his deck. He's going to have to find some way to deal 3,200 damage to Duncan, otherwise he's just going to straight out lose. And this Eater is currently on 1, 2, plus 30 for 35 currently? Makes another attack in, so it will go up to 36 using the effect, but he's only got this 1 draw, he has to kill him this turn. So Gamma-Seal onto the opposing side. Currently at 24, puts it down to 14 with the Lance. So this is what, 30, what did we say, 36? Over 14, sorry, that is not going to be enough to take this game. That is only, what, 22 that Duncan should have lost there. Taken off 25 for some reason. But that is not enough. Tim has lost his entire deck. He's just going to scoop this one up, and then we'll go on to the second game of this match. So, Duncan in the driving seat at the moment. Tim's level 1 boss monster not being strong enough to deal with the power of Evil Swarm, specifically Utopia the Lightning, that brand new Evil Swarm monster that everyone's been dying to play. So Vela with Wear Off Thou guarantees his ability to be able to pick up the Eater of Millions. That's actually a really cool concept, the fact that you can use that in Mystic Piper to dig through your deck. Then he's going for, how many damage? 5 for the Eater? Or 6, okay. 2 sets. It takes 2,000 for not using the Swift Scarecrow this turn. Duncan's gonna Allure through, banishing a Karikion, and just set 1 pass. He knows that Tim's not going to be able to deal enough damage to kill him within a single turn, or at least he thinks so. And then he's going to bring out another Eater of Millions here, added off the Mystic Piper. These two can attack in for, are they on 11 each? Yeah. 11 each there. Duncan has the Rescue Rabbit, and there is no negation here from Tim, which means that is an easy Ophion if he wants it. Or it could just be another easy Lightning, so double Heliotrope there. And then Twisters to deal with the back row, just in case they're relevant. But it is double Safe Zone, and the Safe Zones are going to be on the Heliotrope, so if these die, the Heliotropes will die, but luckily Duncan has a Pandemic, which he's happened to draw, which will protect all Evil Swarm monsters he controls from spells and traps. So he does go into the Lightning once again, Evil Swarm Lightning. Most broken of the Evil Swarm monsters, attacking over this Eater, which can no longer be protected. And that's going to deal some damage there, 1400. Wear Off Thou, attempting to add stuff, but there's an Ash here to stop that. And then Gamma-Seal, one of the best boss monster removing cards, comes out to take out the Lightning. Duncan's on fairly low resources here, just these 2 cards left after the Eater gets rid of this. But again, Tim's not dealing damage every time he uses that effect, which could be a problem for him. Duncan's side, just normal summon of Castor, which is kind of unusual because this could probably just be killed by the Eater. So he Mystic Pipers from Tim, and then Eater is going to attack into the Castor here, using the effect, but there's a strike here. And that is going to penalise him for attempting to use the effect because it was too weak to be able to just beat over this outright. So Tim losing his boss monster there to a strike. Duncan can then put on another Evil Swarm body, but there is a Swift Scarecrow to stop any damage. And those two, what's he going into? Not another lightning. This time he's gone for the real boss monster, the Ophion, which used to be a phenomenal card back in the day. It stops the summon of level 5 or higher monsters, special summon, sorry, and he's added a Pandemic, which protects his Evil Swarm monsters from spell and trap effects. So that's pretty awesome there. Castor comes out here. And then on top of the Ophion, he's going to be dealing some hefty damage. Both of these having really annoying stats with those 50s at the end. But Tim doesn't currently have a way to deal with this. So he just puts the Stromberg on the field. And then we're seeing Duncan using the effect of Ophion once again. This time adding an Infection to his hand, which rotates out between the different monsters. He's then actually going to send both of these to the grave for the Link summon of Steel Swarm Origin, and this plays really cool actually, because he's left himself with no monsters in the main monster zone, so he can flip Eagle Booster, targeting his Origin, and he actually has the 3 as well, so it's immune to battle too, and this is no longer going to be able to be stopped by any of Tim's cards, and he has a guaranteed 2k damage to win the game. So Duncan wins this week in week 6, Protect the Castle. Okay, so looking at Tim's list from this week, this is the level 1/Eater of Millions spam, and he's bringing out Battle Faders, Eater of Millions, Effect Veilers. He does have some Kaiju in here, so he's got Godalas and Gamma-Seals. I think these aren't even the lowest stat ones, so I guess this is so that you have something to beat over the Gamma-Seal. Then obviously Mystic Piper, which gets you that +1 if you get a level 1 monster, and a triple Scarecrow too. Then he's gone for Forbidden Dress, Forbidden Lance, Stromberg. What is the point of this Stromberg? Is it just banishing 10? Yeah, I think it is. It's actually just banishing 10 cards face down from the top of your deck during your standby phase. Okay. Then the Ledger of Ledgerman gets you that extra 3 banish face down, I guess. Triple Desires 1 Terraforming in here, because you don't really need the Stromberg anyway. Triple Wear Off now to get that extra search in, and Safe Zone, as we saw, protecting your monsters can be pretty important. So the side deck, I guess, is just stuff that he was considering when he was coming into this week. So he's said that he's considered the Catapulpas and the Witch of Fate. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can remove from play 1 monster with a question mark attack from your graveyard. So I guess that fits into the Eater of Millions scenario then. Then Summon a Monk here, which can bring that out too. The Immortal Bushi, White Dragon Ninja. So just random stuff in here. So we got Felground, that's a pretty cool boss monster. The Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Super Dora, that would have been pretty cool to see, but I guess he didn't have the time to sort that out. And then just random stuff that he considered, so Spellbooks, Sky Strikers, and Evil Swarms as well. As for the extra deck, this is basically just random stuff that you can get rid of. So triple Akashik, triple Alistair, triple Hextia, triple Prime Banshee, and triple Borreload. So for Duncan's boss monster oriented deck, as we saw, it was of course Evil Swarm, so Rescue Rabbits, Castors, and Heliotropes. Thunderbird, just the 1 in here, I guess you don't really need very many of it. Triple Corycion, triple Mandragora to get that extra summon out so that you can make your rank 4s more easily. Then generic hand traps of Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, and 2 Gamma-Seal as well in order to out opposing boss monsters. Then triple Allure, you have so many darks in here, it's just worth it. Unexpected Die gets you that extra summon. Double Pandemic, double Eagle Booster, as we saw, this is pretty cool. It can just protect your monster from any way of stopping your damage from going through. The 1 Rotor, 1 Monster Reborn, I think Rotor actually searches Castor? Yeah. 1 Monster Reborn, triple Strike, because you need to be able to stop your opponent from putting out those boss monsters. Same for Judgment, and then the Infection is just classic of Evil Swarm decks. For the extra deck, we see the Bahamut, which is a monster stealer, the Ophion, which is, of course, the most important boss monster for this deck. Dweller and Nightmare are just generic good rank 4s, along with the Lightning package. Then some Nightmares here, so Mermaid, Phoenix Goblin, Cerberus. The Steel Swarm Origin lets you take your L-Swarm monsters off the field, so that your main monster zones are free, get that Eagle Boost alive, that kind of thing as well. Decode Talker, Borreload, and of course Boral Sword when you need to swing in that damage. So the side deck here is again sort of designed to beat boss monster decks. So there's triple of Radiant to have more Dark, which fits in with the yellow. Outs to boss monsters. Extra Ghost Ogre here. I think he was considering Trumpeter if he wasn't already playing it, because you can bring it out with Unexpected Die and then you can start making synchro plays like this Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Key Beetle protects your back row basically. This used to be quite a big deal when you had Vanity's Emptiness around. Then Twisters for Floodgates. Goes in match to stop opponents who are putting out, a bunch of monsters that then go into one. Things like, I think this becomes relevant against the Super Quantals because I think they're different attributes. So if people are going out for that big dude. Then also Macrocosmos obviously does a huge lot versus a lot of decks that use graveyards in order to manipulate their boss monsters. And finally Order, because it is Order, so you can just Key Beetle your Order and then your opponent's going to really struggle to be able to deal with that. Thank you all for watching this series and helping the community to grow. We've got some amazing themes coming up in the next few episodes, so be sure to hang around, subscribe to the channel, and keep following along with Build-a-Kek.